Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Lots popping off. Summer sale, ladies and gentlemen. Summer slam, summer sale. Lots need to get out of Chelsea Football Club. Many players need to leave, and this is the news that's happening. We already knew that, but now the journalists are openly coming out and talking about this. We knew, the likes of Raheem Sterling, the likes of Desasi, Kepa, Chilwell, and many more that need to leave the football club, which hopefully will generate good level of income for us to go out there and buy an importante striker and an importante winger as well. We'll see what happens, whether we actually do this sort of stuff or not. But the summer window, ladies and gentlemen, is already stacked up, and I'm not really sure whether we are efficient enough to get rid of players on time. This has been our problem under this new ownership. It was also a problem previously as well. Look, we can get business done for good money, no problems. But when it comes to getting rid of the player before the season starts and making sure the right squad is there available for Enzo Maresca for next season, we're not good at doing that. We leave all of this stuff for too late because, firstly, there's too many players to move, and secondly, it's not easy to move some of these players off. Some of them are actually on good wages. So don't forget, Kani Chukwuemeka is on loan as well. There's a lot of these players, we simply don't have any future for them. Now, before we get to that, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Breaking news, check this out. Chelsea can send Sancho back to Manchester United for a fee of $5 million. There you go. People have been wondering, what is that mystery, penalty fee that needs to be paid in order to get Sancho back? At this moment, that $5 million fee, ladies and gentlemen, the way I'm thinking is it's probably worthwhile triggering. It's probably worthwhile getting rid of Sancho as opposed to signing him for good. Don't know what sort of wages he's going to demand because he's on good wages at Man United. He's not been a hit at Chelsea Football Club. He's been given quite a lot of opportunities. He simply, for me, comes across a player who's not got everything equipped for the Premier League. Pace and power is huge. So, look, I'd be more than happy to pay that $5 million and getting him. That's one problem that we can easily get rid of. We don't need to worry about too much. We simply pay that $5 million and say, Sancho, thank you, but no thank you. It's time for you to go back to Man United. That's how I look at it. I don't think we need to prolong this situation anymore by paying the $25 million option to buy him, because he's just not worth it, in my opinion, in the Premier League. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player. He's got good technical ability, but at the Premier League level, I don't think it's worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to Sancho. Would you trigger the $5 million penalty to send him back to Man United? I know I would. In case Chelsea get a good proposal, Joao Felix could leave, but Chelsea are not closing doors on Felix continuing at Chelsea next season. Look, this, I find it very difficult because someone like Enzo Maresca, I don't think gets along with Joao Felix. I don't think Joao Felix gets along with Enzo Maresca. And we know, it's been well documented. Let's not try and sort of play dumb here. Enzo Maresca on multiple times did not use Joao Felix. It was an unused sub. He was available. He was readily available. Even when we needed goals, he was available, but he just did not use him. There's been some rumors as well that Joao Felix doesn't really rate Enzo Maresca, and also vice versa. So I don't think it's going to be that easy for him to reinstate back at Chelsea Football Club. But this is definitely going to be a problem for us in the summer. We shall see how it all turns out to be. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea have closed doors, however, for Kepa, Chilwell, Desasi, Broja, and Sterling, and many more. This is just the first few. Kepa hopefully gets bought by Bournemouth. Chilwell, look, these are going to be problems. They're not going to be easily be sold because, one, not many suitors available, and two, they're not going to give the price that we probably want for some of these players. Chilwell's at the moment at loan at Crystal Palace, and I hope Crystal Palace do end up buying him. I don't know whether he's been playing enough at Crystal Palace, though. He's still an experienced player. Maybe Crystal Palace could entertain him. We'll see what happens. Desasi, hoping Aston Villa do sign him on a permanent. There were rumours previously in January window that there could be a permanent move. Hopefully there is one in the summer. Broya, do you know what? This one's an interesting one. This one really is. I've rated Broya all along. I know the injuries have killed his situation. He's at Everton at the moment on loan. He got injured again. He was looking really good just before his injury. And just recently against England in the international, he looked lively. So look, he probably needs to leave. There's no future at Chelsea Football Club. We've got Jackson. We've got Mark Gue. There's no room for Broya. Unfortunately, this is one I wish we could have utilized him as a third option as opposed to Mark Gue. But it is what it is. Broya needs to leave, and Sterling will be another problem. He's on big wages. Arsenal don't want anything to do with him. They want him to return back, and he will return back. Are we going to find any space for this player next season? Probably not. Maresca doesn't rate him either. He's publicly stated that. So this will be a problem as well. So as you can see, lots of problems piling up. It ain't going to be easy to get rid of some of these players. It's a mess. This summer window, I kid you not, will be a mess. And we do need to strengthen the squad as well. So I don't know how all of these things are going to happen on time, ready for the pre-season. Sales will fund a striker and a winger. There you go. So, we need to get rid of players in order to generate revenue. And then we can go out there and get ourselves a striker or a winger and a winger. Yet we have the money available to get, two youngsters, two kids for 74 million euros. Any other kid, to be honest, we seem to have unlimited funds for kids. Chelsea are confident they can sell many of the current loan players because they have benefited from playing elsewhere, apart from Andre Santos, who is staying. They keep saying this. Andre Santos is staying. Let's see how much of this is actually true, because there's a lot of midfielders. Chelsea Football Club have a lot of midfielders in the books. So unless you're looking to sell someone, I don't know how Andre Santos sticks around. A lot of these journalists out there putting out this PR that he's staying. I'm still keen to see whether he stays or not, whether Chelsea, as soon as they get a big offer, lets him go. Is this some sort of a reverse psychology? Journalists going out there and saying that he's staying, just lifting the price even more, letting the rivals know, if you want to buy him, you're going to have to break the bank for him. So maybe this is another type of a policy, another type of a decoy situation. So let's see if Chelsea really mean it or not, or this is all sort of like a conniving way of attracting bigger offers for Andre Santos. Chelsea sources have revealed the club intend to do the majority of their ins and outs by the end of June. How? Season ends by the end of May, or mid-May. By the end of May, you've got the Champions League. I know we're not involved in Champions League. We could be in the Conference League final. So yes, by the end of May. And then you're saying within 1 month, by the end of June, there's Club World Cup as well. You're going to get all ins and outs done and sorted. I don't know. I mean, good luck. That's ambitious, which is good to see. I hope it is done. But I find it very, very difficult to see whether all the ins and outs are going to get done by the end of June. Season starts around August. Pre-season starts around July. You'd think the level of business that we need to do, we probably need the entire summer window to sort everything out. Not just the players that need to go, the players that need to come in, as mentioned here from Simon Johnson, all the ins and outs, including a striker and a right-footed winger. Chelsea have been working on these deals for months. There you go. Right-footed winger, which makes me even more think that Sancho, we're probably going to trigger that 5 million penalty and just send him back, or else that becomes another problem for us. Some people can say that, yeah, let's get him for 25 and let's see if we can sell him for about 40. I don't think it's going to be that easy to get rid of Sancho as well. Last but not least, Chelsea are there for Dean Huijsen. They've got an excellent relationship with people close to Huijsen. Liverpool have made some contact. Bayern appreciate him, and also Real Madrid, but they are yet to decide if they want a centre-back. Look, if clubs like Bayern and Real Madrid are in the hunt, Chelsea's got no hope. I'm pretty sure Dean Huijsen will wait for one of these clubs. If it means that he needs to stick around at Bournemouth for another season just to reduce his contract years down, and then wait for Real Madrid, he'll go for a big club. I don't see any reason why this fantastic young CB would want to join Chelsea Football Club. But we don't seem to have a proper direction at the moment. We're not going anywhere fast, soon. So, look, he's got a bright future. He doesn't need to come to Chelsea Football Club to destroy that. And on top of that, we've got a lot of young CBs. We don't need more young CBs. We need a leader. We need an experienced CB to come in and guide our youngsters. We don't need another youngster in the squad. So, Dean, look, there's no need for it. I think he's a very, very good defender. I was just watching Spain versus Netherlands, which is still going on. And I thought Dean was pretty good defender. And I've seen some of the Bournemouth matches, and he looks like a very, very good defender, but not one that we need. And not one where Dean Huijsen should be entertaining coming to Chelsea Football Club. Think about Real Madrid. Think about Bayern Munich. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, especially all the ins and outs. Can we get them done by the end of June? Very, very ambitious. Summer sale, ladies and gentlemen. Summer Slam, summer sale. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya. Bye.